Why is the truth so important? Because everything starts there. You must have truth as your foundation. Without it, there is no real direction. The truth, no matter how uncomfortable, is where your journey to your real self begins. We all say we want toughness, we admire grit, we seek strength, but we try to find it in comfort. That's a contradiction. You will never discover true toughness in a place that is comfortable. You will not find growth on the couch or in your comfort zone. You will only find it when you are pushed into the deep, when you're thrown into situations where you feel out of place, where you're drowning, not metaphorically, but mentally and emotionally. When you're gasping for breath, unsure of yourself, that's when the truth shows up. And most people, when they feel that discomfort, they say, "No. I'm out." They retreat. But when you stay in that place, when you face yourself, the raw, stripped-down version, that's your starting point. That's where you finally meet the real you. Inside your mind, there's a voice saying, "You're not giving your all. You're wasting potential." And to unlock that remaining potential, the part of you that's still hiding, you've got to walk through pain, failure, doubt, and darkness. Over and over again. It's not just a one-time thing. That's the hard truth, suffering precedes success. Many people never make it there. Why? Because they set goals they already know they can hit. There's no risk, no fear in those goals. And if there's no fear, there's no real challenge. But it's inside that challenge, inside that uncomfortable fear and doubt, that you evolve. That's the place where growth lives. You must set goals that terrify you. That make you ask, can I even do this? Because in chasing those goals, whether you succeed or not, you become better. You develop discipline. You strengthen your mindset. When the alarm goes off at 4 or 5 a.m. and everything in you wants to stay in bed, you say, "No. This is who we are now. This is what we do." And it's not just physical pain, it's mental pain. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, again and again, until it becomes a habit. Until it's part of you. Every single day, you must ask yourself, did I do enough? And when you do that daily, over and over, it becomes second nature. It becomes a way of breathing. Not because you enjoy it, but because to get where you want to go, you have no other choice. You do it because you must. Because if you really want something, truly desire it, you understand the difference between trying and pretending. And most people are just pretending. Your brain is the most powerful tool you'll ever own, not your phone, not your computer, not even your mentors. When you're depressed, grieving, or in emotional pain, technology doesn't save you. That's real life. That's when you're truly alone. Even with a therapist or a friend, there are still 24 hours in your day. And most of that time, you're alone with your thoughts. And those thoughts, they try to control you. They try to distract you, to weaken you, to pull you into self-doubt and fear. If you don't take control of your brain, it will take control of you. You've got to be the one telling your mind where you're going, how you're getting there, and what you're willing to do to make it happen. If you don't, it's over. All I knew was hard work. That's it. I wasn't naturally gifted. I wasn't a good student. I couldn't swim. I wasn't in shape. But I worked. I struggled to read a paragraph. Couldn't remember it. Read it again. Still couldn't get it. Read it again. Still didn't work. So I wrote it down. I repeated that process. Over and over. That's how I learned. I realized that if I kept showing up, kept pushing, my brain would eventually adjust. It would find a way. Because it had no choice. I gave myself no way out. If the alarm went off, I got up. If I couldn't do something, I tried again. And again. And again. Until eventually, my brain stopped resisting. It adapted. And that's how I built that mindset. Whatever your goal is, you have to immerse yourself in it. You become it. I became the work. I became the struggle. It wasn't just something I did. It was who I was. I remember watching a segment on TV about Navy SEALs training. I admired them. I couldn't swim well, I feared water, and I was nothing like them. I saw people quitting, but some stayed, 22 men. And the commanding officer gave a powerful speech. I imagined myself as the 23rd man. Not to compete with them, but to belong there. To feel what they felt. I thought, if I could experience that feeling, that would change my life. And what was that feeling I craved? It wasn't about beating someone. It was about respect, not from others, but from myself. I wanted to win, not over others, but over who I used to be. I wanted to finish. Because all my life, I had quit. When things got tough, I gave up. I didn't want that pattern anymore. I just wanted to go the distance. And so I began putting myself into those uncomfortable places. Every day. I began to feel victory just by showing up, just by fighting. And that battle? That was with myself. It wasn't about the world anymore. By doing that, by putting challenges in front of myself, even ones that looked impossible, I started to grow. I began to realize, even if I'm broken, I'm still standing. Even if I'm in pain, I'm still here. And that gave me power. Real power. Because no one finds their true self without trials. Without failure. Without accountability. And accountability is suffering. It means looking yourself in the eye and doing what needs to be done, even when no one's watching. It means showing up for yourself. And that's hard. It's lonely. It's brutal. But it's necessary. The more I did, the more confidence I built. And eventually, I realized, even Navy SEALs couldn't outwork me right now. Not because I was better. But because I was doing it alone. No coach. No trainer. No money. No knowledge. Just grit. Just effort. Just sacrifice. And I wouldn't have found any of that if I hadn't gone deep into the uncomfortable. That's where the tools are. That's where you find out who you really are. Your true self doesn't live in the light. It is forged in the dark. In suffering. In failure. In relentless effort. So when people ask me, how did you do it? My answer is simple. You already know how.